for some attainable habits of a highly successful person? Well, we've got you covered. Before I became successful in my blogging adventure almost 2 years ago, I had no idea how easy it would be to be successful in almost everything that I touch and how attainable it truly is, not just in blogging, but in my life, period. But let me tell you one thing. I was on a mission to find the easiest way and the easiest route, because who has time when we want instant results? Most importantly, I wanted to improve my habits, both healthy and unhealthy. I did so much research, conducted interviews, mentoring, to finally narrow down to 10 habits of a highly successful person. And let me just say, investing in a highly qualified life means your habits are better. But if you're anything like me, you want results now, and I can fix that. Also, don't forget to check out my blog. I will also link this article that is connected to this video down below, and I hope you read it. Without further ado, here are the best 10 habits of a successful person. Tip number 1, choose daily goals and make sure they are clear. If you have been watching me long enough, you know I always say that successful people just don't wake up and hope for the best. We wake up with intention. Setting daily goals is one of the most simplest yet most powerful ways to start and stay focused and productive and on track during the day. But here's the key. Successful people make their goals crystal clear, and instead of saying, I want to be productive today, they say, I'll write 500 words for my project and reply to emails by 2 p.m. Having clarity eliminates decision fatigue and keeps you moving with purpose. These daily mini goals add up over time and help create the momentum needed to hit the big wins. Next step is continuous learning. If there is one thing successful people know, is that learning never ends. Whether you're reading books, taking online courses, or even just observing the world around you, successful people always make sure to make room in their minds. And this is what I tell people when they ask, why am I such a degree junkie? We're not just here to collect diplomas, we're collecting knowledge. And in today's fast-moving world, staying curious and open to new ideas is non-negotiable, and that's on liberation. Now, I'm not saying you have to spend hours studying either. Even just 15 minutes a day of intentional learning can keep your brain sharp and perspective fresh. Next tip, be consistent with growth and development. Here's the truth. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen from a single burst of motivation once a month. Successful people make growth part of their lifestyle. They are consistent. Even when it is boring or uncomfortable, they understand that showing up every single day, even when we don't want to, it is non-negotiable. And even though you might not see it, in small ways, it builds real transformations over time. Let's look at journaling every single morning, working on a side hustle at night, or having a regular check-in with themselves. They're always planting seeds, even when they don't see the results immediately, because they trust that with consistency, the results will come. Next tip is to get organized, baby. Listen, chaos and success do not mix. I don't care who you think you are. One of the biggest things that separates successful people from everyone else is how organized they take their time, space, and energy. I don't care who you're talking to. Successful people have a system in place, whether it's planners, digital tools, color-coded calendars, or just good old to-do list. Being organized reduces stress and frees up brain powers to focus on what really matters, instead of scrambling to remember appointments or losing important notes. They create a structure that supports their goals. It's not about being perfect. It's about making our life so much more easier and smoother. Next tip is discipline. Let me tell you something, okay? Motivation feels good, but discipline is what gets things done. Successful people don't just rely on how they feel to take action. They don't wait until they feel inspired, honey. They do it. They just do it whether they want to or not. Tip on top of a tip. I want you to look at discipline as a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger you get. It helps you say no to distractions, stick to your routines, and follow through on your commitments. Yes, take it from the queen. Scrolling social media is tempting, and yes, skipping your workout is easy, but discipline is what keeps you aligned with your long-term vision and not just your current mood. Also, when you're intentional in your work, you must consider everything you missed out on. Ever since I started blogging, I always think of ROI. ROI in everything that I do. ROI stands for return on investment. This is a great way to retain your brain to think like a successful person. Think of the most successful person you know. And if you're able to contact them, ask them what is ROI to them. I bet they know exactly where their time is going. Now, I'm not saying starting out you'll be able to balance ROI and relaxing, but if it was easy, everyone would do it. The next tip is to cultivate good habits. Here is our 6 daily habit for success. If you take one thing from this conversation, please remember that habits are the secret sauce to success. The things that you do every single day will create your life's direction. Now, I know we can agree that successful people are intentional about their habits because they know that excellence doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from what you do consistently. That might mean drinking water before coffee, reviewing your goals each morning, or limiting screen time at night. Habits are the behind the scenes magic that shape who we want to become. And once you get that right and locked in, your life starts to shift in major freaking ways. That is the whole point of this discussion. Habits is the basic for all issues, failures, and success. But you also have to understand that what I may think is a good habit might not be your cup of freaking tea, okay? You really have to base your journey on you. Make sure your path is moderated to you and you only. This will eliminate distractions and unattainable goals from the very freaking start. Next tip is a support system. Despite what most successful athletes like to say, no one climbs the successful ladder alone. Behind every successful person is a solid team or a group of supporters, friends, mentors, families, or colleagues, or even online communities that pushes them forward and keeps them accountable and reminds them of their worth. Make sure to surround yourself with the right people. Listen, this is so freaking crucial. You need those ride or die friends who believe in your dreams even when you were doubting yourself. You also need people who will call you out and push you to the next level. Your environment has the ability to influence your progress more than you think, so choose freaking wisely. All right, bookworms, this is for you. Read up on topics. Take it from a bookworm herself. Books are one of the most underrated successful tools on this freaking earth. Successful people are lifelong readers because they know the power of perspective. Every person I know who is successful has done ton and ton of reading themselves. This opens our imaginations and we read to grow. Reading helps you think deeper and communicate better and understand the world in a way that scrolling through memes just can't. And if you're not a big book reader, no worries. There are audiobooks, blogs, my blog, newsletters, and even YouTube channels, mine, that deliver the same exact knowledge in different formats. Which reminds me, don't forget to subscribe. And don't worry, here are some of my leadership books I recommend for future readers. I know not a lot of people have time for this, but I'm just gonna go through it. The Upswing, a really good book if you wanna read about how America goes up and down and all of our stuff. It's a great book. Next book is Reclaiming Conversation, because I said all the time, conversation is something that should be done regardless of what interaction you have. It is it is so important. And I feel like most of the time people are conversating with their phone screen more than we have face-to-face conversations. Great book. Next book is Driving Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. I say this book because guess what? It is very prone to this world. And if you are a human in America, this is a book that everybody should freaking read. Next book is Group Dynamic and Team Interventions. This is full-on leadership book about how group dynamics, how a leader really does influence their culture, and how you as a person your power is so much more bigger in magnitude when you actually understand on how to use it in the right way. I will also link that in my blog if you'd like to read those. Lucky for you, we're at the 2 more to go mark. Yay! So the second to last tip that I will give you is adaptability and flexibility of a successful person. By now, you probably found out that life doesn't just come with a manual and plans really go as expected. Successful people do not thrive because everything works out perfectly, but because they know how to pivot. That's so cringe. I don't know why I did that, but anybody who watched Friends will understand why. Anyways, I survived the foster care system with no mom, or dad or stable life system for 21 years. But I survived, okay? First off, I'm about to get my master's degree. How many people can say that, especially if you actually know my background? Hallelujah! I think most teachers are still looking to see if my name is in the penitentiary list, but it's not. It's on the graduation of 2025 list for a master's. Here is what separates successful people from failure. We're not afraid to shift gears and try something totally out of the box or different. We are flexible thinkers and quick learners, and we do not let one detour stop us from the whole entire journey. If I were to stop back when I thought my life was over back in 2016, I would be nowhere. I would be exactly where those people thought I should be. And that is why I kept going, because I knew there were people hoping that that was going to be my detour. Adaptability helps you stay calm during chaos and stay creative under pressure. And also, let's not forget, we stay moving. And even when things get messy, we just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. The last one, we are going to leave space for growth and failures. Although I was just talking about failures, we need failures. Everybody's been a failure at one point. If you say you haven't, you's a liar or you cheated. Everybody's been a failure at one point. And if you want success, you have to make peace with failure. Nobody else's failures, your failure. Successful people don't see failure as the end. They see it as part of the process. We allow ourselves to make mistakes, to fall short, and to try again. We also understand that growth isn't linear and that the biggest lessons come from things not planned at all. They're not trying to be perfect. I am. I'm always trying to be perfect. They're trying to get better. I'm trying to be perfect and better. But some people don't really focus on the perfect to be successful. I focus on the perfection because I'm a princess and I want everything to look good. So, but at the end of the day, I want you to give yourself room to evolve. Don't be too perfect that you don't have the room to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to mess up. You're not supposed to have it all figured out just yet. And isn't that the whole entire freaking point? So the next time somebody comes to you and asks you the 10 habits of a successful person in the world, you now have the evidence to support your thesis. I will always say people don't care about your failures if you are successful at least once. All right, guys, thank you for watching my video. I am done. If you watched it all the way through, thank you. Please give it a thumbs up. If you also have some habits and tips that you use during your life, also leave those down below. If you are new here, please comment down below so I can say welcome personally. And thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media accounts. I have some behind the scenes stuff. I post other things on there, sorta. But please be kind to others because we do not know what goes on behind closed doors in other people's worlds. And you just might be that light for them to continue on, to feel better, and to make them smile maybe. And until next time, bye, 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 bye. Hello, baby, you call, I can hear a thing. I ain't got no service in the club, you said. What did you say? Are you breaking up on me? Sorry, I cannot hit you. I'm kinda busy. Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kinda busy. Just a second.